Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Bible in a Year. My name is Natalie, and today we are on day 346. I am so happy that you're here today. Welcome to the channel. We only have 5 books left to read for this format. So today we are going to be reading 2 Chronicles chapter 17. We're going to be starting the book of Haggai by reading Haggai chapter 1, and then we'll close out our day with John chapter 12, verses 1 through 36. So let's get started. 2 Chronicles chapter 17. Only 5 books left, folks. This is fun. This is where it gets Speed Racer. This is fun. Okay. Jehoshaphat, his son, reigned in his place and strengthened himself against Israel. He placed forces in all the fortified cities of Judah and set garrisons in the land of Judah and in the cities of Ephraim, which Asa his father had taken. Yahweh was with Jehoshaphat because he walked in the first ways of his father David and didn't seek the Baals, but sought the God of his father and walked in his commandments and not in the ways of Israel. Therefore, Yahweh established the kingdom in his hand. All Judah brought tribute to Jehoshaphat, and he had riches and honor in abundance. His heart was lifted up in the ways of Yahweh. Furthermore, he took away the high places and the Asherah poles out of Judah. Also, in the 3rd year of his reign, he sent his princes, even Ben-Hel, Obadiah, Zechariah, Nathanael, and Micaiah, to teach in the cities of Judah, and with them Levites, even Shemaiah, Nethaniah, Zebediah, Asahel, Shemiramoth, Jehonathan, Adoniah, Tobiah, and Tobadaniah, the Levites, and with them Elishama and Jehoram, the priests. They taught in Judah, having the book of Yahweh's law with them. They went about throughout all the cities of Judah and taught among the people. The fear of Yahweh fell on all the kingdoms of the lands and were around Judah, so that they made no war against Jehoshaphat. Some of the Philistines brought Jehoshaphat presents and silver for tribute. The Arabians also brought him flocks, 7,700 rams and 7,700 male goats. Jehoshaphat grew great exceedingly, and he built fortresses and store cities in Judah. He made many works in the cities of Judah and men of war, mighty men of valor in Jerusalem. This was the numbering of them according to their fathers' houses. From Judah, the captains of thousands, Adnah, the captain, and with him 300,000 mighty men of valor. And next to him, Johanan, the captain, and with him 280,000. And next to him, Amasiah, the son of Zichri, who willingly offered himself to Yahweh, and with him 200,000 mighty men of valor. From Benjamin, Eliada, a mighty man of valor, and with him 200,000 armed with bow and shield. And next to him, Jehozabad, and with him 180,000 ready and prepared for war. These were those who waited on the king, in addition to those whom the king put in the fortified cities throughout all Judah. Big. All right, moving into Haggai, chapter 1. In the 8th month, in the 2nd year of Darius, Yahweh's word came to the prophet Zechariah, the son of Berechiah, the son of Iddo, saying, Yahweh was very displeased with your fathers. Therefore tell them, Yahweh of armies says, Return to me, says Yahweh of armies, and I will return to you, says Yahweh of armies. Don't you be like your fathers, to whom the former prophets proclaimed, saying, Yahweh of armies says, return now from your evil ways and from your evil doings. But they didn't hear nor listen to me, says Yahweh. Your fathers, where are they? And the prophets, do they live forever? But my words and my decrees, which I command my servants, the prophets, didn't they overtake your fathers? Then they repented and said, just as Yahweh of armies determined to do to us, according to our ways and according to our practices, so he has dealt with us. On the 24th day of the 11th month, which is the month of Shabbat, in the 2nd year of Darius, Yahweh's word came to the prophet Zechariah, the son of Berechiah, the son of Iddo, saying, I had a vision in the night, and behold, a man riding on a red horse, and he stood among the myrtle trees that were in a ravine, and behind him there were red, brown, and white horses. And then I asked, my Lord, what are these? The angel who talked with me said to me, I will show you what these are. The man who stood among the myrtle trees answered, they are the ones Yahweh has sent to go back and forth through the earth. They reported to Yahweh's angel who stood among the myrtle trees and said, we have walked back and forth through the earth, and behold, all the earth is at rest and in peace. And then Yahweh's angel replied, O Yahweh of armies, how long will you not have mercy on Jerusalem and on the cities of Judah, against which you have had indignation these 70 years? And Yahweh answered the angel who talked with me with kind and comforting words. So the angel who talked with me said to me, proclaim, saying, Yahweh of armies says, I am jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with a great jealousy. I am very angry with the nations that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, but they added to the calamity. Therefore, Yahweh says, I have returned to Jerusalem with mercy. My house shall be built in it, says Yahweh of armies, and a line shall be stretched out over Jerusalem. Proclaim further, saying, Yahweh of armies says, my cities will again overflow with prosperity, and Yahweh will again comfort Zion, and will again choose Jerusalem. I lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, 4 horns. I asked the angel who talked with me, what are these? And he answered me, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem. Yahweh showed me 4 craftsmen. Then I asked, what are these coming to do? And he said, these are the horns which scattered Judah, so that no man lifted up his head, but these have come to terrify them, to cast down the horns of the nations that lifted up their horn against the land of Judah, to scatter it. Oh, folks. It's hard to read those prophecies sometimes, for me personally. All right, John chapter 12, verses 1 through 36. Here's the good news. This is why I love this format, because it's always starting with the heavy, 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 and then we get to the good news. All right, here we go. Then, 6 days before the Passover, Jesus came to Bethany, where Lazarus was, who had been dead, whom he raised from the dead. So they made him a supper there. Martha served, but Lazarus was one of those who sat at the table with him. And therefore Mary took a pound of ointment of pure nard, very precious, and anointed Jesus' feet, and wiped his feet with her hair. The house was filled with the fragrance of the ointment. Then Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, one of his disciples who would betray him, said, "Why wasn't this ointment sold for 300 denarii and given to the poor?" Now he said this not because he cared for the poor, but because he was a thief, and having the money box, used to steal what was put into it. But Jesus said, "Leave her alone. She has kept this for a day of my burial. For you always have the poor with you, but you don't always have me." A large crowd, therefore, of the Jews learned that he was there, and they came, not for Jesus' sake only, but that they might see Lazarus also, whom he had raised from the dead. But the chief priests conspired to put Lazarus to death also, because on account of him many of the Jews went away and believed in Jesus. On the next day, a great multitude had come to the feast. When they heard that Jesus was coming to Jerusalem, they took the branches of the palm trees and went out to meet him, and cried out, "Hosanna! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord, the King of Israel." Jesus, having found a young donkey, sat on it. As it is written, "Don't be afraid, daughter of Zion. Behold, your king comes sitting on a donkey's colt." His disciples didn't understand these things at first, but when Jesus was glorified, then they remembered that these things were written about him, and that they had done these things to him. The multitude, therefore, that was with him when he called Lazarus out of the tomb and raised him from the dead was testifying about it. For this cause also the multitude went and met him, because they heard that he had done this sign. The Pharisees therefore said among themselves, "See how you accomplish nothing. Behold, the world has gone after him." Now there were certain Greeks among those who went up to worship at the feast. Therefore these came to Philip, who was from Bethsaida of Galilee, and asked him, saying, "Sir, we want to meet Jesus." Philip came and told Andrew, and in turn Andrew came with Philip, and they told Jesus. Jesus answered them, "The time has come for the Son of Man to be glorified. Most certainly I tell you, unless a grain of wheat falls into the earth and dies, it remains by itself alone. But if it dies, it bears much fruit. He who loves his life will lose it, and he who hates his life in this world will keep it to eternal life. If anyone serves me, let him follow me. Where I am, there my servant will also be. If anyone serves me, the Father will honor him." Now my soul is troubled. What shall I say? Father, save me from this time? But I came to this time for this cause. Father, glorify your name. Then a voice came out of the sky, saying, I have both glorified it and will glorify it again. Therefore the multitude who stood by and heard it said that it had been thunder. Others said, "Another angel has spoken to him." Jesus answered him, "This voice hasn't come for my sake, but for your sakes. Now is the judgment of this world. Now the prince of this world will be cast out. And I, if I am lifted up from the earth, will draw all people to myself." But he said this, signifying by what kind of death he should die. The multitude answered him, "We have heard out of the law that the Christ remains forever. How do you say the Son of Man must be lifted up? Who is this Son of Man?" And Jesus therefore said to them, "Yet a little while the light is with you. Walk while you have the light, that darkness doesn't overtake you. He who walks in the darkness doesn't know where he is going. While you have the light, believe in the light, that you may become children of light." Jesus said these things, and he departed and hid himself from them. Wow, wow, wow. Just thinking about that whole scene. He is still pleading his case, and then God himself speaks through heaven. And some thought it was thunder. Oh my gosh. Well, everybody, thank you. I'm not gonna continue on. I think I did that yesterday. Thank you so much for stopping by. I am so happy that you are still showing up. We are almost at the end. Don't give up now. Come on back for tomorrow, which will be day 347. Have the most fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.